Another week of Classic FM at the movies and another week of movie news. Welcome, Ben Brammer.
Hey, Andrew, how are you?
Very well, thank you. What have you got for us this week?
Well, I forgot to mention this last week, but after his death, it was announced that there will be a biopic of the life of Hugh Hefner, and it was announced that Jared Leto will be playing the Playboy founder. But the only sort of wrinkle in this story, it's going to be directed by Brett Ratner.
Right. Okay, why is that an issue?
He directed Rush Hour and X-Men 3, so he doesn't have the best credentials to his name. The only good thing I've seen that he's done is Hercules, which I don't mind that much.
All right, what else? What's new this week then?
Daniel Day-Lewis and Paul Thomas Anderson's new film is going to be called Phantom Thread. So this is Daniel Day-Lewis's last film, or did he retire already?
He hasn't been around for a while, has he?
No, he hasn't. He's retired like 4 times. But it will be a drama set in the world of 1950s London, and the story will follow the life of a dressmaker commissioned by royalty and high society. So it sounds very
Don't even pretend you're sounding interested in that, because you're not.
I like Paul Thomas Anderson, and I don't mind Daniel Day-Lewis.
But you think it's the most boring...
No.
Yes, you do.
I do not. How dare you?
What a boring summary to a film. What a boring summary to a film.
I like There Will Be Blood.
I drink your milkshake.
And that's Paul Thomas Anderson. Oh, I don't know.
I don't think you are saying that a dressmaker, the life and times of a dressmaker is something that you will rush to the cinema to see.
Did you see The Dressmaker? It's a film called The Dressmaker with Kate Winslet a couple of years ago.
How tedious that was.
I know. In other news in the world of direction, Sylvester Stallone will direct Creed 2. Did you see the first one?
I did. It was an unexpected piece of brilliance, I thought.
It really was. I was shocked that Stallone didn't get the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for that. Who did it? I think it went to Mark Rylance for Bridge of Spies.
Something like that.
Yeah. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are developing an undercover police drama called The Shadows at Paramount. This I actually like the sound of. It's based on the Boston Globe magazine article Into the Shadows, and will be set in 1840s Boston, and will tell the story of America's first undercover police detectives sent in to deal with a crime wave that coincides with an influx of immigrants into the city. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are producing, with Chris Bremner writing the script, and it is rumoured that Affleck and Damon will star in it, but that's not completely certain yet. Ron Howard tweeted out a photo with 2 extras from the Han Solo film dressed in Imperial officer outfits, and he put #Tag and Bink ? Now, I can see your confusion and disinterest, but Tag and Bink are basically like the Bill and Ted of Star Wars.
Excellent!
So they are... It's based on a comedy comic book, and they're, like I say, they're the Bill and Ted of Star Wars in the sense that they just fumble into situations. They're like the 2 stormtroopers that get clocked in the head by Chewie in Empire, and they're also in the 2 the Emperor's Guards outfits because they're covering for the actual guys when they get sent out the room, and it's their fault that the Emperor dies, basically. So I would love it if this is real and they actually put them in. If it is a joke, I'd at least want a Gary the Stormtrooper reference.
Hold the elevator. I'll remember this. What's your ID number?
It's 1142. Eat my ass.
Come on.
Also, Deadpool 2 and X-Men Dark Phoenix have wrapped filming. They did it on the same day. Josh Boone, what are your feelings towards all the Stephen King adaptations that have just kind of waved in recently?
I didn't actually manage to get round to watching The Dark Tower, and I still haven't seen it yet.
Because on that, Josh Boone has been tapped to adapt Stephen King's The Talisman in the wake of all this. And Josh Boone, if you don't know what Josh Boone has done, you're right in luck, because his new film, The New Mutants, has a new trailer. And we've had next to no information about this film, but we knew it would star Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones, Anya Taylor-Joy from Split, and Charlie Heaton from Stranger Things. And it's a horror film, but it's based on the X-Men comics, The New Mutants. So they're young mutants, and it's a horror film, which sounds awesome, and it looks amazing, because I think comic book movies are at their best when they're almost like another genre, if you know what I mean. Because like Logan was a Western, Captain America was like a World War II adventure film, Winter Soldier was like an espionage thriller. I think that works quite well, if you know what I mean. But it looks amazing, and this is meant to start a new horror trilogy tackling different kinds of horror genres. So this is obviously an asylum, haunted house sort of film. And the song played in the trailer is an eerie cover of Another Brick in the Wall.
We don't need no education.
Yes, you do. You've just used a double negative.
Right, moving on to the new releases for this week. And let's start with Monster Family, shall we?
Yeah, it's starring Emily Watson, Jason Isaacs, and Nick Frost.
Message from the King.
Starring Chadwick Boseman, Teresa Palmer, Luke Evans, and Alfred Molina. I saw this on Netflix, and I did turn it off because I just wasn't feeling it. It's not bad, but it's just a little bit boring, that's all.
This film has had a lot of discussion behind it. It's finally out here.
Discussion's an interesting word.
Yeah. This is Mother, starring Jennifer Lawrence, Javier Bardem, Ed Harris, and Michelle Pfeiffer.
I actually met and worked with someone recently who was at the world premiere, and he was talking about how Darren Aronofsky got up on stage and was saying, you got to pay attention to every single minute of this film, every single frame, every single second tells a story. It will just completely, allegedly, it will make you completely rethink the way you think about everything. And I said to him, how was it? He was like, absolutely terrible.
Okay, I guess it is one of those films that you're actually going to love or hate.
Yeah.
So it's one that you're left to make up your own mind to.
Yeah, I think there's a one of those quizzes on vulture.com, and you go through all the quizzes and like say, do you like this, do you like that, and then it will tell you if you will enjoy Mother or not. I did the test, and apparently I will hate it if I see it.
Okay.
So
I guess I would probably hate it as well. The next one out this week, it features Dubai.
yes.
It is Geostorm, starring Jared Butler, Jim Sturgis, Ed Harris, and Andy Garcia. Okay, that's just about it. Before I go, big event in Dubai this weekend if you are into all things movies. The Lionsgate part of MotionGate at Dubai Parks and Resorts is opening this weekend.
Oh, fantastic.
So get along there
Say that
to
5 times
indulge in
really fast.
movie rides at Lionsgate, part of Dubai Parks and Resorts. Might as well go there and enjoy the rest of MotionGate
Yeah.
as well as Legoland. Is that it?
I think so.
All right.
Is that
cool.
it for this week?
Yeah, I think that'll do. Right, okay, that's it for this week.
Thanks for having me, Andrew, and I will see you next week.
Hey, listen, I don't mean to be a pain, but I'm gonna have to ask for a raise.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
You guys are busy.
Put me down!
I'll come back later.
Put me down! Yeah!